I don't know why, but I feel like April has been the longest month ever. It feels like it's been 2 months since I sat down and filmed my last favorites and fails video, and it was a good month, but for some reason it just seems to be stretching on forever. So I thought it was like the last day of the month. There are still a few days left in April, but I wanted to sit down and share all of the products I loved, as well as the ones that did not work out for me. I have a lot of spring related makeup. We had some really gorgeous days, like high 70s, low 80s, but also some really cold days, like today it's in the 40s. So I definitely have a mix of products. I feel like I was really wanting to get into spring makeup, but I have some products that I feel like are good no matter what the weather, no matter what your skin type, and a bunch of like really beautiful spring makeup colors. Also some hair products, also a few things that did not work for me that I don't recommend trying. Just all kinds of things. I thought I would do my monthly wrap up, share my favorites and fails. I don't have a lot of the products that I picked up during the Sephora VIB sale, even though I've been using them, because those are a little bit newer to my collection. So I want to share full speed reviews. These are products I've really been using like all month long. So let's jump into it. What should we start with? Okay, let's start with the base. So I am testing out a new foundation today. This is the second time I've worn it. So this is not a favorite or a fail. I'll share an update in my speed reviews video. It's the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. I got this during Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty. I thought I had a perfect shade match. Like based on the bottle, it looks like it would work perfectly for me, but it's a little bit too light. It's the shade 16N Fair Light Neutral. I like the formula so far. I just feel like it's a little bit too light for me. But I do have two other complexion products I really loved this month. So the first one is from Haus Labs. I'm so happy I liked this. It's the Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. I did a video where I tested out like a lot of hyped up makeup products probably about a month ago, maybe a little bit more than that. And I liked this as soon as I tried it, but I wanted to test it out with other complexion products and concealers and foundations. And really no matter how I use this product, I always end up liking it. This is a very lightweight loose setting powder, which is so nice because I feel like another one of my favorites lately has been the Huda Beauty powder, but that one feels a little bit heavier on the skin. It's definitely more mattifying and I feel like it provides a little bit of coverage. So on days where I want something really light and soft, I'll reach for this over the Huda Beauty one, and I feel like it plays so well with cream products. Like you can wear creams on top of this, it will set the cream products into place without taking away like all of the glow. It's a really nice texture. It also works to just kind of smooth and blur the skin, which I feel like is really ideal for me, especially under the eyes. It does lock my concealer into place well, but it doesn't create like a dry, cakey finish. So I've been enjoying this product a lot. I feel like I do prefer using this with a brush compared to like a little velour puff, which is what I've been using lately with powder. I feel like a brush and not a super fluffy brush or a super dense brush, kind of something in the middle. I'm just looking around for a good example. I have this brush from ColourPop. It's their F20 brush. Sometimes I'll use this for powder, sometimes I'll use it for highlighter. A brush like this is perfect because I feel like it allows me to press the powder into my skin, but it's not so loose that the powder just kind of floats away because it is a very light setting powder. So I guess it is a little bit more of a dense brush, but it's not, you know, too big. Like it's just the perfect size. It doesn't have to be this brush specifically, just kind of like a smaller setting brush that's not too fluffy is the perfect way to use this product. So I've been loving it. I think it is a gorgeous option, very pretty on the skin. I finally picked up the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Concealer. I ended up with two shades. The first shade I got was a little bit too light for me. The shade Vanilla really is like a perfect match. I feel like it adds a touch of brightness without being too intense, but I love this formula. They describe it as a buildable coverage, hydrating, brightening, smoothing formula, and I definitely find that to be the case. I think the name threw me off a little bit because they call it a serum concealer. So in my mind, I thought it was going to be like very thin, a little bit runny, overly hydrating, which isn't really ideal for me under my eyes. I do like coverage and I do like a hydrating formula, but nothing too thin because it will just instantly crease. This has more of a creamy texture than I thought it was going to. It looks so good under the eyes. It's very smoothing. I feel like it stays in place. It blends out easily, but it's not too thin. So I do find that I get really good coverage with this product and it looks great. Like I have a lot of fine lines under my eyes. I think I said that when I was talking about the powder. So this just kind of smooths those lines and it doesn't crease quite as badly as other concealers. I mean, every concealer will crease if you do have fine lines under your eyes, but some crease instantaneously and some I feel like just look very smooth throughout the day. And this kind of falls into the more smooth category. But I do think this is a really beautiful option. These two products combined look so good. but you can use them separately as well. I want to talk about a few lip products. So I've been wearing this formula nonstop. I talked about this on my Instagram stories the other day, but I'm not like a lip balm person. I have lip balms I like, but generally I tend to wear a lip oil or a lip gloss if I had to choose. I will wear like a lip balm in the morning when I'm getting ready just to kind of prep my lips for makeup, but after that I'm always like throwing on a lip oil or a lip gloss. But this formula has me changing my mind. It's from Naturium. It's the Phyto-Glow lip balm. These are only $10, but they feel like they should be significantly more expensive. I'm wearing the shade Jam on my lips today. I usually wear the shade Petal just for like an everyday easy color, but Jam's a little bit more dramatic, but look how good it looks. Like it just looks so glossy, so smooth. I feel like it makes my lips look really plump and full, but I love this formula because it is ultra nourishing. It's pretty thick, almost like a lip mask formula. Like if you tried the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask back in the day, that's what this reminds me of, but I feel like it stays in place better and it's not quite as, I want to say like not as goopy. I know that's not like the most eloquent choice of words that I could have used, but I think the applicator on this product is what really makes it good because it just allows you to really spread the product out well and evenly distribute it. Whereas with something like the Bite Beauty lip mask or like the e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balms, you have to use your finger. And a finger is fine. I use my fingers to apply a lot of makeup, but I feel like when I'm on the go and I have a tinted lip balm, especially something a little bit thicker, I don't really want to have to use my finger. And the shape of this applicator just allows the product to go on so nicely, so evenly. It's amazing. Like this has me changing my mind about lip balms, and I haven't been wearing lip glosses or lip oils as much, although I do have a lip oil formula and a lip gloss formula to talk about today. Let's talk about this one. It's the Rare Beauty Tinted Lip Oil. So I've kind of mentioned this in a few of my videos, but I haven't shared like my full thoughts on it. I just kind of said I didn't really like it and it wasn't what I was expecting. But I put it to the test a lot in April. Like I wore it multiple times because whenever I buy a makeup product, like I want it to work for me. I don't go out buying makeup like hoping it won't work for me. I don't write it off initially because honestly, first impressions change a lot of the time. So I will say my first impressions changed a little bit. Like the first time I tried this, it looked so bad on me. I feel like my lips were extra dry that day. So I did kind of prep my lips differently the next few times I wore it. And I feel like I got a better result. But if your lips are dry at all, like this product is going to settle into your fine lines and make them look even worse, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, like all of these are just my own personal opinions because I know people really like this product. And I will say, if I exfoliate my lips and go in with a lip balm in the morning before I apply this product, it does wear a little bit better, but it's still not great. When I first apply it, it has like a little bit of a glossy finish. It's not as glossy as I would like for something that's marketed as a lip oil. I feel like it's a little bit more subtle, and that glossy layer wears off fast, and then you're left with a stain. The stain does last on the lips pretty well. Like we went to brunch one morning and I applied this at like 9 a.m. and then we came home. I took a nap that day. It was like a lazy Saturday, and then we went to the movies later with my nieces at like 5, and honestly the color was still in place like what, 8 hours later, and that was through like eating and drinking and taking a nap. So I do think the stain does last on the lips. It's not super even though. Like after a few hours it starts to fade in certain areas and you're left with like a hint of color. So honestly you could just reapply it. I feel like to refresh the color you could go in with like a little bit of a tinted lip balm and have that stain underneath, and then it's also going to be very comfortable. So this is not a product that I'm just going to like toss out and be done with because I feel like when I do want that stain, it's kind of nice. And I don't have a ton of lip stains in my collection, but honestly, I do think the Fenty Poutsicle lip stains are better than this. You get like true intense glossy color, and then the stain left behind is a lot more even. So I don't know, I guess I really just hoped that it was a true lip oil. It's not the worst product I've tried by any means. It's just different than I thought it was going to be, which I feel like is fine. And I think now at this point that there are reviews out there, people kind of know what they're getting when they buy this product, but I just wanted them to come out with like a real lip oil. Lip oils are one of my favorite products, and I just feel like it's different. It's definitely like a glossy stain. The last lip product I want to mention is an older favorite. Like I've loved these for years, but I kind of rediscovered them in the month of April because I haven't worn them a ton lately. These are the Tower 28 ShineOn lip jellies. I love this formula so much. I feel like it is kind of like the perfect mix between a lip gloss and a lip oil. It's very thin, very glossy, and it's not long lasting, but I feel like it looks so pretty and it feels so good. I wore the shade Sesame on Easter, which to me, this is kind of more of like a fall winter color. It's kind of similar to what I'm wearing today, I guess. But after I wore this one, like I could not stop wearing it. And then I pulled out a few of my other favorites and I feel like I've been wearing them a lot lately. So this really is like a tried and true favorite formula. I remember purchasing like a little holiday set years ago with minis, and ever since then I've enjoyed these, but I haven't been wearing them as much because I feel like there are so many other formulas I love. So it's been nice to rediscover them and wear them a lot again lately. I'll swatch the 4 I've been loving for you just so you can see what they look like. But definitely my favorite has been Sesame, which again I feel like is kind of similar to Naturium's Jam, just kind of like that medium, kind of cool toned pinky purple. I got a new shade of the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blush. I love this color so much. Honestly, they're all beautiful. It's hard to choose a favorite, but I got the shade Rosy Rosewood. I'm wearing this today. I do have a little bit of the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in the shade Encourage underneath. I've been wearing the Rare Beauty Liquid Blushes quite a bit lately, and then sometimes I'll kind of top them with a powder blush, which, you know, I've never really been into wearing like cream products and then applying powder products on top. I feel like it's just an extra step. But sometimes when you're doing your makeup, like you just want like a little something extra. And I feel like these Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes are perfect because they're incredibly lightweight. They're so nice to pair with liquid blushes because they set your liquid blush into place and add like a little bit of a glow. So that's what I have going on today. I feel like I have a lot of blush on, but again, paired with that really light foundation, I feel like these are just like extra intense today. But anyway, I've been wearing this on its own as well. I feel like it just adds like a really beautiful kind of like rosiness to the cheeks, which for me is weird because I would typically consider this like a fall winter shade for me again, but there's something about like these tones that I've really been into during the month of April. I feel like maybe they're just kind of good transitional shades. I don't know, they're just so pretty. Like they just kind of add a lot to the cheeks. Or the lips, because I've been wearing these colors on the lips as well. So this is a great option. I will say I've also been loving this blush from Flower Beauty. So I saw this online, probably I think on TikTok. I feel like a lot of people were talking about these, and I decided to try this shade, Peach Crush. This is so beautiful. I feel like it's going to be perfect for the spring and the summer. This is just easy to apply because you can just apply it directly to the cheeks. So if you are a fan of like swiping your blush on, this goes on really nicely, and then you can just tap it in with your finger or use a brush, but it has like the most beautiful natural glow to it. So on days when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup, I usually will go for this product, and then you can use it on the lips as well. I wanted to grab another shade during the Ulta Spring Haul event, but they sold out so fast. I did pick up some things during the Spring Haul event. Like I'm looking at the box right now, which was a little while ago. I just haven't gotten to them yet because I was going to do like a try on haul video, which I might still do if that's something you want to see, but I also got some hair products, some skincare products. So I'll probably talk about those in an upcoming video. I think the Spring Haul event was what, like a few weeks ago at this point, but I just feel like I've been testing out a lot of new makeup and then also enjoying some older favorites. But anyway, where was I going with that? Just that I have some products I picked up during the 21 Days of Beauty and the Spring Haul event, although I think a lot of them are skincare and hair care, so maybe I'll just kind of do a haul and show you what I picked up. I got a hair gloss from Kristen S that I'm going to test out this week. I'm going to get my hair cut in a few days, and then I think I'll use that product right afterwards, and I feel like that will be the perfect refresh. I'm going to probably get like this much cut off, like a good amount of the ends cut off. I feel like my hair has just been like weighing itself down lately. Like it feels very heavy. I just want something like a little lighter and just like fresh for spring. So anyway, after I get it cut, I'm going to use that hair gloss, and I don't know where I was going. Let's move on. Since we're on the topic of hair, I do want to share 2 hair products I loved this month. So I got this in my FabFitFun box. It's the Briogeo Superfoods Banana and Coconut Soft Wave Texture Spray. I'm also excited to get my hair cut because I feel like whenever I get my hair cut, like a good amount of it cut off, my natural waves kind of bounce back. When it's really long, I feel like it just kind of straightens itself out. So I feel like this product will work even better once I get it cut. but I've been loving this. So I do have wavy hair. It's not quite as wavy as it used to be back in the day, but once summer hits and it's more humid outside, I feel like that works in my favor. But this product is perfect because I'll just spray it all over my hair and kind of like tousle my hair, scrunch it up a little bit, I guess. And it just kind of brings out that natural wave, but it makes your hair feel so soft and really smooth. Like a lot of texture sprays feel sticky or leave your hair tangled or feeling almost like gritty. So I kind of expected that from this product, but this leaves your hair feeling so soft. And I feel like it also gives my hair a ton of volume. Like I've actually been letting my hair air dry quite a bit these days because this product leaves my hair feeling a little bit more full and looking more full. And I think it does a great job. So if you have naturally wavy hair, this is a really nice product. I'm so surprised by how much I like it because like I said, a lot of texture sprays leave my hair feeling really tangled, and that's not the case with this one. So I feel like this is going to be a summer staple for me. I've also been loving this Ava NYC Freshen Up Invisible Dry Shampoo. The Ava NYC products are so good. Like everything I've tried from the brand, I've loved. I haven't tried a ton of products. I've tried their Main Magic like 10-in-1 primer. I recently started using their leave-in conditioner, or no, their hair mask, which is so good. I feel like that's going to end up replacing high-end hair masks for me. And this really has replaced like my high-end dry shampoos. It does such a great job at just kind of refreshing my hair. It leaves a little bit of a white cast, but definitely not anywhere near as bad as like the IGK or the Living Proof dry shampoo, so I feel like it does a great job. This is not like an over-the-top intense dry shampoo. So I wash my hair every other day for the most part, and I feel like it's fine for like every other day, but if I was going to go 3 days and I wanted to wear my hair down on the 3rd day, which I don't normally, I'll just throw it up in a bun, I might reach for something a little more intense. But I feel like this is great for every other day because it's not so drying. Like a lot of dry shampoos actually dry out my hair, and that's obviously not ideal. It does have a little bit of a scent, I guess kind of a strong scent. Like it's a fresh, almost powdery scent, but I feel like all dry shampoos have scents. Because I use it at night, I feel like by the morning, it's pretty much gone. But I've been loving it. I think it is a great option. You can find this at Target, at Ulta. I need to try other products from this brand because it's quickly becoming one of my favorites. I want to try the shampoo and conditioner, so I'll probably use that soon, but I love the dry shampoo. I do have an eyeliner fail to share with you. Part of me loves this product because it applies so nicely, but it just does not last. It's the Melt Cosmetics Slick Waterline Eye Pencil, and I have the shade Ivory. So I love the shade. It's like a light, bright nude, but they do have different shades. So if you have a deeper skin tone or you want a darker nude, they do have other additional options as well, which was really nice. The product glides on so easily. I just used this in a video where I was testing new makeup, and I was shocked because it is incredibly creamy. Like you barely have to touch it to the skin and it glides on, which is really nice because there is no tugging at all. But I figured when I first applied it, because it was so creamy, it wouldn't last. And that's definitely the case. Like it basically wears off within an hour or two. If you don't have watery eyes, it might last a little bit longer for you, but I feel like my eyes are always watering just because I feel like it's always allergy season and I just kind of have watery eyes in general. So for me, like when I looked in the mirror a few hours later, it was pretty much gone. And there are other nude eyeliners I love. I'll link some alternatives in the description box below. But if you're looking for a very creamy eye pencil like that, if that is your main goal when it comes to an eyeliner, you'll love this product. But there's just no longevity at all. Like it does not dry down and stay in place, which would be amazing because it glides on so nicely. So unfortunately, this was a fail. I think I'll probably keep it and maybe use it as like an inner corner brightener because it is so creamy. I probably won't use it on the waterline again because it just doesn't last very well at all. For eyeshadow, I've actually been wearing this Jason Wu palette nonstop. Like every single time I've done my makeup during the month of April, I've worn this palette, and even in March quite a bit as well. I don't know what it is about this palette, but I feel like I just reach for it nonstop. It's not necessarily the most amazing eyeshadow formula out there, but I do really love it for like easy, quick makeup looks. So I will wear this shade and this shade as like brow bone highlights. I just hit pan on this one today. And then I'll use any one of like the outer corner shades in the crease. The shimmers in here are very subtle. Like they're not my preferred shimmer formula. They feel a little bit more dry, but I feel like on days when I want like a very soft, natural look and I don't want anything too intense, they're nice because they are so subtle. I feel like it's a mix of like the shades and the convenience of having very blendable mattes that makes me reach for this quite a bit. And I don't know, I feel like by the end of the spring or the summer, like I'll hit pan on most of these shadows because I've been using it that much. I feel like this kind of surprised me because again, it's not like the best formula out there, but I feel like the shades are just easy shades to pair with either each other or like a good ColourPop Super Shock shadow. So today I do have this one all over my lid. This one is in the shade Party of Five. It's kind of like a purpley bronzy shade. And then I think I have this shade as a transition, this shade in the crease, and then this shade all over the lid as well. So I don't know, I've been using it a ton. Again, it's not like the best formula I've ever tried, but I feel like it is just like a good, easy formula. There is like a fully matte neutral palette at Target that I want to grab. My Target, I don't think sells Jason Wu, but I saw online that there are a couple of different options. And I don't know, I feel like this is just kind of like a random favorite. Like it's really surprised me how much I've loved it. But looking at the shadows, like there's a good dent in a lot of these. And like I said, I just hit pan on this one. So this is what I've been using pretty much every day during April. Let me know if there's anything you want to see on my channel during the month of May. I'm going to film a couple of declutter videos. I need to do lipsticks, lip glosses, and eyeshadow palettes. Like those are the next categories on my list. I'm going to do a new everyday makeup drawer video. I kind of want to do like a reorganization of like my skincare and hair products. So maybe I'll film a video on that, but I'm open to adding anything to my list. So if you have any recommendations or ideas or suggestions, let me know. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope April has been amazing for you, and I'll see you on Sunday with a new video. Bye.